Dee's coming, I guess, as a Leeds fan, saying, what does Patrick Bamford have to do to get the recognition he deserves and be in the England squad? His numbers were good this season, Stuart, but he's not made the cut. What do you make of Bamford's?
Well, he's had a fantastic season, as have Leeds, let's say that, but I think he's in competition with Calvert-Lewin and Ollie Watkins, and if you ask varying supporters from their clubs, they would probably say they're ahead of Bamford. I think it's maybe a toss of a coin on a certain day on that one. I would have probably aired with Watkins and Calvert-Lewin ahead of Bamford. That's a personal choice, but I'm sure Leeds fans will certainly, his goals tally certainly add up. Yeah. There is no doubt about that. He's probably had as good a season as he's had.
He brings people into play as well. I mean, I'm sort of looking at Bamford as someone who could replace Kane at Tottenham. I think he's technically the most talented of those.
I think in regard like for like Bamford, you can put an argument up. Yeah. If three players are on the transfer market now, in Calvert-Lewin, Watkins and Bamford, and you had your choice of one of the three, let's say, it would be really interesting to see. I think I personally think the majority of people would go for Calvert-Lewin and Watkins above Bamford.
We'll take a call, actually. Matt is a Leicester fan. Good afternoon, Matt.
Hi, thank you very much for having me on.
No problem. What do you make of the squad overall?
Well, look, I mean, it's got every man and a dog in there, hasn't it? So there's not very much to pick apart. I think that my sole problem, though, is the centre-forward position, because we've got three. And don't get me wrong, Ollie Watkins is a good footballer. He's great for Villa. He's talented. There's not many criticisms you could have for a player that's his stage of a career. But there is zero situations where he plays a minute. He's not going to displace anyone in the first team, and he's not the type of player that you're going to throw on in the last 20 minutes to change a game. It's absolutely pointless. Bamford should be disgusted with that announcement. And for me personally, and I know people aren't going to agree with this, but style of play-wise, he's the closest thing we have to Kane.
No, I agree with that.
Whereas Kane gets injured, we don't have to completely change the style of play by bringing somebody else in, like a Watkins or a Calvert-Lewin.
You picked three Villa players, which I'm really chuffed about. That one of them's suspect only just come back, Grealish. Ollie's very new to Villa and he's missing lots of chances. I would have gone for Bamford. I've got to be honest, because he's a good swap for Kane. And then you've also gone for Mings, and Mings is making the odd mistake here and there, which costs Villa. The two players you've missed out at the Villa squad who are playing really well are Henry Konza, who they're comparing to Paul McGrath, and Matt Targett, Matt Targett has been our best outfield player next to Emi Martinez, obviously the goalkeeper.
Paul Hawksby and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.